Hello boyos, Rich Boy J here back with another video, and this is going to be the Starkiller based mock build series update number 16. Wow, we are officially, I guess, roughly 4 months into this build, and I am still amazed by the progress that I've been able to make on this. Its mock is just huge already. This is only half of it, which is kind of concerning, but also very exciting at the same time because I know once this mock gets done, it is actually going to be something very special. But I know the big question is, what was the update last week? Where the heck have you been, Jay? I haven't really uploaded as much as I've gotten accustomed to in these last 2 weeks. I would like to describe it as I just took a little break, I guess. Things got a little hectic in life, had some things to take care of, and that kind of made me not able to upload as much as I wanted to, but I feel I am back on track this week, so you can expect regular, mostly daily uploads moving forward, so nothing really too much for concern there. I just took a little break. I feel that between updates 14 and 15, I just worked so much on this mock. Like, it was just, like whenever I had free time, I'd go straight to the mock, I'd work on it. I'd be up at late night working on the mock, and I guess after that, I just kind of needed a little break. Stacking these bricks, especially when you're just building something up like this, can get a little bit monotonous, so I really just wanted to kind of step away from the mock for a little bit. But with that being said, I'm actually pretty happy with the progress I've been able to make. Between then, you can see the big building behind me is starting to actually look like a full building. In fact, it's mostly complete. The only thing missing from it at this point is just the roof on it. So I'm going to be able to show you guys that in this week's update. But before I get into that, I do want to give a very special thanks to you guys who have donated on the few live streams since the last time I've done one of these updates. So special thanks to Brick Kid, Star Wars Geek 5782, Jedi Bob, Dan 6151, Xavier Soren, SW Brick 75, Spinjitsu Brick Productions, Cosmic Brick 44, Owen Tomlinson, and Dark Age 1993. You guys really helped make this mock possible, and I appreciate all that you do for me. And of course, if you guys aren't tuning into the live streams, I have one question. What's up with that? Yeah, it's a great time to hang out with some boyos and talk Star Wars, as well as just see the mock before anyone else sees it. So I urge you guys to tune into that if you're not already tuning into it. So I already talked about what I've gotten done since last time, and this time now, I'm just got to show it to you guys. So let's jump right into the video. Now moving on to the actual building, you can see that it is mostly complete. I even finished the front part on this area, which I'm actually a big fan of. It was not a complicated thing to build, but a tricky thing to build. Only because of the way the hinges work behind this, it was kind of hard to place this entire assembly in. One thing you'll notice if you ever build anything tall like this is basically the little small gaps between the bricks actually begin making a big difference whenever you have so many of them stacked up. Essentially, trying to get like this entire assembly placed on here, and you can see on that side what the inside of that might look like. It's a bunch of bricks with studs on the sides, so spaced apart to really work out with Lego math. But like I said, whenever you get just tiny spaces between bricks, and when it's stacked up so high, they add up, and it eventually ends up not being lined up exactly as it should be. So I guess as advice for anyone doing anything like this down the line, if you're going to do something where you rely on a lot of bricks with studs on the sides going up, evenly placed apart to match up with like Lego stud units, do it like as you go along. Like, don't save it to the end, kind of like I have here. Like, basically just add section by section as you build up, and that'll ensure that your spacing is correct, because you'll kind of be forced to have it correct each step along the way, as opposed to getting to the end like I did and then having all sorts of problems with getting this thing to stick. But nonetheless, I did figure it out on the other side. Now that I know what to do, it shouldn't be as big of a problem, but I really could have saved myself some time and work there had I just been a little bit more proactive with trying to figure out exactly how this thing was going to come together. But that's behind me now. I actually really do like the way it looks. This building is, I think, like the angles in these sections on either side of it are kind of cool and unique. It's not something I've built in Lego before, especially with kind of how those slopes all come together in the corners of it. And I actually quite like it a lot. Like, I think it adds a little bit more of an interesting dynamic to the building as opposed to it being a big square, which, it mostly is anyways. Over on this side, you can get a better look at the top of it. You can see it's mostly snow covered, which makes sense. It's a very snowy planet. A lot of the snow is going to settle on the top of the building. So I was trying to be consistent with that, and I put a lot of snow towards the top of it. You can even see on the front, on the edges, there's snow on there, and I like the way it looks quite a bit. Actually, it kind of makes it look a bit festive, if I might say so. One of the things I'm going to have to do on this building on either side are these little slanted sections right here, just adding snow, because a lot of snow actually gathers on this. That's kind of why I've left this like this. So a lot of snow will be gathered on here, and then there's probably actually going to be mountains kind of built up on the very edge back here. So that's why I've left that open. But yeah, I'm loving the way this thing has turned out, especially now that both sides have been built up. I'll actually go around to the other side so you guys can get a better look at it. This is what I did on the stream mostly, and I was happy that that's what I decided to dedicate my time to, because I like to kind of allocate the streams for things that like are kind of repetitive builds, things that I don't have to think too hard about, because it's very difficult to try to communicate with the people in the live stream, but also conjure up some like interesting and cool design techniques. So my goal with things like that is just to decide what is something I've built before that I need to have built again, and then that's what you guys will get to see on the streams. But nonetheless, that's what I decided to do, and the fact that both sides of this building are now kind of caught up with each other, which was not the case for most of the week last week, actually makes me really happy. Still have to do basically the trim on the front of this building, but it's the exact same thing as that. It's really not a super complicated assembly. It's just one that's really big, which I guess I'm kind of getting used to at this point with these types of builds. I did actually get in a bunch of 2x2 tiles to replace the 1x2 tiles on this banner. You can see there's a bunch of 1x2s. The other two are comprised of 2x2 tiles. So I did get the replacement parts. I'm not looking forward to doing that because it's going to be a lot of using brick separators to take the tiles off the banner, and then a lot of placing tiles back on the banner. Those are some big banners. It's honestly kind of ridiculous. But we're getting there. We're getting there slowly but surely. So in terms of what we're going to be working on moving forward, my goal is really to honestly kind of take a break from this big building. I've worked on it a lot. I really want to kind of start getting built up some other sections of it. So even though this building is not 100% complete, I'm going to take a little bit of a break from it. And the next time you see it, it will probably be finished. But for the next few days, at least for me, I really got to start on these walls right here that are going to bookend either side of it, and at least start on some sort of design for the anti-aircraft turrets that are going to be on either side. I feel like we're just so close to getting this entire section of the MOC complete as you see it. And once that's done, I feel there's going to be some pretty big changes to the build series. I'm probably going to end up taking all these entire sections and just putting them somewhere, and you probably won't see them for a while as I work on the inside of the base. So things are going to switch up quite a bit here in the near future, but I think these are all going to be positive changes. It'll give you guys a different scenery, and then whenever these sections do come back, it'll have been a long time, so maybe there'll be a little bit of anticipation built up for you guys in that regard. One of the other things worth mentioning is I actually built a 5th TIE Fighter on stream this week, so you can see now laid out on the platform, we have 5 TIE Fighters, which is so cool to me. I love these Jarek TIE Fighters. They're such incredible builds, and this platform is almost full, which is so weird to think about. Like when I first started this MOC and we got everything kind of laid out, I think I maybe had 2, maybe 3 TIE Fighters built, and it just seemed like I had just so much more work to do to get this thing looking anywhere close to being complete. But now we're just really missing 1 TIE Fighter from this platform and another First Order transporter, and the ships will be complete on the platform. So that's actually a really big deal to me. And I actually have the parts for that 6th TIE Fighter on the way. Should be here within the next couple of days, which is pretty exciting. So you guys will definitely want to look forward to that. And I'm assuming there's probably going to be some sort of TIE Fighter stream happening this week. One of the last things I wanted to talk to you guys about on this episode is something new I've been working on, and it is the First Order monster truck. No, I'm kidding. So I'm really into monster trucks, if you guys didn't know it. And this is kind of something I've been working on for the past few days. Kind of wondered why, since I was such a big monster truck fan, why I've never made Lego monster trucks. So this is kind of my prototype truck, the one I've been working on and trying to work out some kinks. And my idea moving forward is actually just to build a bunch of these for myself moving forward. I don't know if it's something I'll incorporate into my YouTube channel, because I don't know how big of an audience there is for monster trucks. But if there is, in the comment section, let me know if you care to see this kind of process of me building more and more monster trucks. And if you care about it, then I'll make it a point to show videos of that on my channel. But yeah, that's just something I've been kind of working on, and it's been a little bit refreshing being so excited about something that's not Star Wars related. But before we head out, I just want to take one last final look at the MOC all together. This is great. I'm so happy with this MOC. I have to actually stand so far back to even get this entire thing in frame because of how big it is. And like as is, like if I took basically this part of a MOC to a convention, I think it would really blow a lot of people away, especially with how big that building is over there. And to think that this is still just half of what I have planned for this MOC makes me really happy. I really do think this MOC is going to be something special whenever it's completed. And I hope you guys are enjoying the journey along the way. So while that's going to finish up what I've shown you, let's go ahead and move to the outro of the video. All right, that is your Starkiller base update for this week. Hope you guys are excited about this project. This building has been quite the undertaking. Oh my God, I feel I've been working on it for so long. And I mean, it's definitely coming together. It's huge. You guys can tell from the thumbnail, it is absolutely massive. I didn't expect for it to be as lengthy of a process, but having to stack all those bricks to build up a structure that big, also having to incorporate all the details that I'm wanting to incorporate, it's taken a bit longer than I expected it to, which is not really a big deal. We still have plenty of time to get the rest of the MOC done. I'm not stressing about the timetable. My goal at this point is to still have the entire MOC done by the end of the year. I think that having half of it done essentially at this point is definitely a great place to be, especially considering that the next part of the MOC is going to be something I feel will be the most fun part of the MOC to work on. So I feel like I'm just going to be very excited and very enthusiastic about hammering away at the many rooms that are actually going to be inside the base. So I think you guys will appreciate that as well. But that's going to finish things up today. Like I always say, guys, if you like what I do, go ahead, support the video by hitting the like button, support the channel by smashing that subscribe button, and I'll be back again very soon.